For more than 30 years, this Moscow McDonald's has been serving up the standard fast food fare that's available all around the world. But Monday, Russia's Golden Arches will be closed. So customers piled in this weekend.
We really want to eat it now a lot.
With 850 McDonald's across the country, shuttering the chain is significant but also symbolic.
They started lining up this morning at 4 o'clock.
When the first McDonald's restaurant opened in Russia in 1990, it was seen as a step away from the Iron Curtain. Now, the opposite. This couple stood in line with thousands of others back then on opening day. It's very upsetting, she says. We're falling back 30 years. And the changes just aren't restricted to the economy. In the past 2 weeks, thousands of protesters have been detained and could receive years in jail under new laws. A stark contrast to what's happening next door in Latvia, where an around-the-clock protest is set up across from the Russian embassy. Roman Chikurnov came to Riga 2 weeks ago after leaving Russia because he's against what the country's military is doing. It considers the aggression justified, he says. I can't be with these people right now because it's disgusting. More than 30 foreign companies have already withdrawn or suspended their business in Russia, but support for what Putin calls the country's special military operation remains high. Sooner or later would have happened anyway, this woman says. We're on the side of our country. And for those deemed to be against Russia, there can be retribution. The government is talking about seizing the assets of foreign companies. Twitter and Facebook have already been blocked, and on Monday, Instagram will be offline too. Briar Stewart.
I can't comment on what individuals are doing, but what we've concluded is that there is enough connection, enough of a link between the Putin regime and the individuals in question to justify the action. And I think when you look at what is happening in Ukraine and you look at the casual rejection of every norm of civilized behavior in bombing a maternity hospital, I think people in this country can see that people connected to the Putin regime need to be sanctioned, and that's what we're doing. So what I've always said is that we will continue to ratchet up our sanctions as this goes forward, as Vladimir Putin intensifies his aggression against the Ukrainian people. We've taken the powers to do that, and that's what we're going to do. So we've got to be very, very careful in the way that we approach these things. As you know, the rights to property is something that English law, UK law takes very seriously, and you've got to go through due process.